Grapes are so good.
All right, so you two ready?
Always ready.
Be slow. Go.
Oh, you guys ready?
Are you ready?
I don't think he's paying attention. I'm just gonna assume he's ready. All right. And I don't know how to tell you this, Rick.
What?
But there's been some requests to keep it a little more PG on the opening line. So
From who?
let's do this.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Ready?
Yeah.
This is episode 25. No. This is the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast, episode number 25.
I just solved a Rubik's Cube.
Nice.
With my penis. It's the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Space is the final frontier. Then this is just the pit stop at the rest area that is near.
It's a Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. 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 In your ear.
In your ear.
Pod. Poddamn it. Poddamn it. Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Poddamn Idiotz.
Poddamn it.
From the Henplex Studios in Battle Creek, Michigan, the B-Slow Studios, and a very attractive room in San Marcos, Texas, where it's spring break every day and the scorpions gone wild, this is the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Oh, thank God I can't see you.
I loved Locke's dancing in the background. That was great.
He's a very talented dancer.
She was in Macarena earlier.
It's way over my head, and I didn't know it.
Captain B.
You gonna open the show or not, man?
Oh, I'm opening the show. Sorry, I'm a little slow here, guys.
No.
I can't help it. Including bald guy with the red beard. That is Jay Hizzle. Other bald guy, Texas. And Mr. Bandanas, Ric Spade, and I am Captain Slow.
With a hat on.
Yeah.
It's an Under Armour hat. You're wearing it the right way, and you have a nice curve to the hat and the bill. Oh, now you're going gangster sideways. I like it. Oh, now you're doing one of my favorites, the backwards hat. It will especially help your neck from getting sunburned if you have that problem.
Oh, some of us are pale like Casper the Friendly Ghost, so
that's just the two bald guys.
It's true. Like a hat is a very important attire when you don't have any hair. So,
and when you have the fair skin.
Is that the Rubik's Cube you solved? Ric Spade has a Rubik's Cube in his hand.
I'm sorry, but Justin, when he said that, your reaction was
fantastical
for a minute.
It was all downhill from here.
And I was his.
It's all
hey, at least the introduction usually starts good. Oh man, Texas! What's happening in San Marcos, Texas today in that scorpion room where it's scorpions gone wild?
Well, it's not too bad. Monday, I went and early voted.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then worked. Today I did a little bit of door dashing just to make a little bit of extra money, considering tomorrow I'm driving up to Fort Worth because Sunday is race day at Texas Motor Speedway.
Is it truck race on Sunday too then?
Yeah, the truck race is at 11 my time, and then the NASCAR race is at 2:30 my time.
That's exciting. I'm excited.
And I got both of them for the price of one.
Don't know.
That's awesome.
Look,
We'll talk about that a little more
it
in
was white.
sports.
I printed it black.
Nice. How's door dashing? Did it go well?
I did about four deliveries, made about $40, so not too bad.
Nice. Ric Spade, what have you been up to besides solving Rubik's cubes?
With your
Man,
penis.
it's been a real interesting week. So let's see here. Where should I begin? Well,
Not with your penis.
that's usually where I end. Well, at one point this week, I had a bird in my house. I don't know how the hell it got in there.
That's actually
flew
pretty
in.
impressive.
Yeah, but I don't know where it flew in from. Did it come in somehow through the basement? Did it come in through the wall? Was it through the attic? Was it in the chimney? I don't know.
You have to be prepared.
But I was coming in I was going to get my kids some pizza rolls. I went into the kitchen. I saw a shadow in my peripheral vision. I look up and there's a bird just kind of
Are
circling
you ready
me.
to do a 53 t-shirt order?
I was
Yeah.
like, that's weird.
Okay. No, I've had to do it
So
before.
I shoot it out with a box tote lid and had lock open the door and managed to get it out.
We usually
might
got
end
one
up
out.
Yeah, because I really didn't have to kill it. It kept on going toward the window.
To the window, to the wall.
To the sweat drops down my. Oh,
Absolutely. You
I just
do
feel
right.
like-
You don't know.
It's a plane. It's a bird. It's a bird.
Oh, believe me, it threw me off. It reminded me of me when I was a kid. I remember
They never did
when I was a kid, I was watching Home Alone 2, and it was in the middle of the night. It was like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I used to watch VHS tapes all night during the summertime. And watching Home Alone 2. And do you remember the part where he was in Central Park and all of a sudden the birds just started flying
Yeah,
everywhere?
the pigeons.
Well,
Yeah.
I remember- I'm at the top bunk of my bunk bed, and I was watching the pigeons fly. And then all of a sudden, I looked up, and I must have been really tired. And I seen something circling, and I was like, "How did that pigeon get out of the TV?" And then I realized it was a bat. So then I had to like suicide dive off my bunk bed onto the floor, crawl to my door, unlock the door.
You pull that down on top of you.
I had to follow it around until I got it in the living room, and then I killed it.
Oh.
And I was probably 11.
What
So,
kind of pumpkin are we?
On the bright side, you probably didn't have a lot of mosquitoes in your room.
not that I know of.
Yeah, 'cause that ate them.
Other than that, I had my truck die. I think the battery died. I might have left the lights on a
no.
couple days ago.
You got a new battery?
No, it was just one of those I just needed to jump. It's been
Yeah.
fine since.
Oh, good.
Shake.
But it was funny. I was at the gas
Regular
station when it
shirts.
died. I just left work and
There's
I
nothing
got
orange.
gas and it wouldn't start. And I was like, well, that's weird.
Paper.
But I had the radio on and
This
it's
stick
like
to
the
your
radio
wall?
cut out. So,
Oh, okay.
so I don't think I
And
had
then
enough
looks like
use for
this
that.
pumpkin with the orange
As
outline.
I was, well, maybe because I have a manual, I can push start it.
I mean, that is possible, but you would need people.
This is white space.
I've done it.
I
guess you want
nice roll.
You know, the other thing I was
So-
thinking, we got
So it was just the
what if we did
other
one big one,
Was it-
since it's the great pumpkin,
the
and then do like
driveway,
4
and
little
I
ones
was
that
like,
play on it. Yeah.
yeah, that's when I was like,
All right. Well, if we're
maybe I'll
gonna
check.
drink,
the
we
street. So I
should
called a buddy of
at
mine, and
least
while I was
have one.
checking the battery, I
Yeah,
had
I
this
got-
red SUV come by, and they go, "Hey man, can I get $2 worth of weed for $2 so I can get some gas?" I don't smoke, bro.
What do you want?
Okay.
Warm or
Like,
cold?
I'm in my work uniform, and you're asking me if I can get you gas money for weed. So, yeah. Other than that, just been hanging out with the kids, doing some stuff, playing some games.
Nice. Well, that sounds like a very interesting week.
And now I fucked up my Rubik's Cube, so now I gotta try to get it with my penis by the time the show ends. So,
I'm sorry, Jay.
That's disturbing.
You're sitting right next to him.
Very disturbing. I'm gonna go to another room. And Captain B, what has been happening in your world?
you could go hide in your guest room closet.
What'd you do?
Nothing. Why would I do anything? You said
It
you were
was
going
like-
to another room.
Yeah, but why on earth would you just all of a sudden be like, you can go to your guest room closet?
I like his immediate with no hesitation. What did you do?
'Cause
Well,
your guest
this-
room closet was closed. You know, it was nice and private.
He did ask me about the guests from closets, which I didn't put anything together with. But now I have a feeling I should probably look at some point.
Well, go look.
Who asked you about the
Oh,
guest
wait.
room closet?
You did. You asked me what are in the closets.
I
mean,
was just curious what was in the closets.
Oh,
Sorry, we're getting off track. Be slow. How was your week?
Good. Work. Nothing new. Had a court case adjourned, so that was good.
You got a court case?
that was good.
Adjourned.
Come here.
Work related.
What are you doing tomorrow, Charles? Like during
Isn't
I
Xavier
caught up
up?
on all my paperwork.
you're watching it?
Congratulations.
Yeah, I had like 25 hours of paperwork in the last week, so I got it all caught up.
Paperwork isn't always fun.
Coordinating with the.
Started reading a new book.
So you're going early.
I'll talk about that book in my segment.
Oh, it's a cop-related book.
For the funeral.
Yeah.
I want cookies. I want the
Nice.
sandwich.
You would want to keep George.
Yeah.
I tried to read a book once, and then I realized I was eating a sandwich. So.
If you're looking 2:30.
You tried writing a book once
Started
and
the
it turned
first
into
fire
pen
of
time.
the year, so that's good
Yeah,
too.
it's friggin' hot in here too.
I'm cooking.
Take off all your clothes.
I am getting so hot.
I want to take my clothes off. No, not you, white boy.
Put your
Right,
shirt
air
back on, my boy.
off. I guess it's usually off, but it's about time to cover the air conditioner now. I feel like it won't be needed the rest of the year.
Oh, I took those out of the windows too.
Oh wow.
Put those
You-
downstairs.
you
Put a new
committed.
couch in the living room. Took the old couch, put it out in the garage.
Wow, in the man cave garage?
Well, eventually.
Nice. You're committed. You're like the warm weather's over, and if it comes back, it's too bad. It's not coming back, I don't think.
No, after today was the last day of it. I'm sure.
Yep.
Okay, real quick. Sorry, I hate to jump in. So I've been looking at the weather for Fort Worth the last few days,
Mm-hmm.
and this is definitely Texas right here. So tomorrow is 61, Sunday 80 and sunny, and then Monday's 58 and rainy.
Oh wow.
Are you sure you're not in Michigan?
And then it does, and then it,
That sounds like Michigan.
and then it doesn't get nowhere near 80 the rest of the week in Fort Worth. So I just find that funny.
It was like in the upper 60s this afternoon, and then by the time I left work, it was like in the 40s.
When I left work at 3 o'clock this morning, it was about 70.
Here, these are for you.
I know. It's crazy what's
And
happening
now it's
here.
like 40.
Yeah, you want to take?
But all right. Anything else happening in your week, Mr. B?
We got plenty more. Save them up.
Oh, let's see here. My week. I got back from St. Louis, and I went to a friend's house and taught her daughter, who's in 4th grade, how to play Pokemon because I found my old Pokemon cards, and so I played the Pokemon card game a lot of the Sunday, and it was a lot of fun.
I'm going to guess Kristen.
Yes,
How's she doing?
good, very good. And Scarlett's doing good, and Presley, and everyone's doing good over there. So, but I lost both games because she already had Pokemon cards, and the new ones are a lot more powerful than the old ones. The first game was a really long game, and it was intense. It came down to the wire, basically a flip of a coin, which I lost, and then she killed my Zapdos. I had Zapdos out at the end. I thought he was going to bring her home for me.
What about your
but
Jigglypuff?
I do not. Neither one of us had a Jigglypuff.
All by myself.
And then the next game, I don't know what happened, but I had no energy cards. My Pokemon sat out there and just took attacks the whole game. I might have gotten one. I lost like 6-1. It was embarrassing. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. And then this week's just been busy. We have actually had a lot of stuff happening at work, which is exciting. Working with clients. I still sometimes wonder like how, because we haven't even done a seminar since March, but we get referrals and people coming in and all that. And then we got lots to work on from our training session too. But so yeah, in park night tonight, park musical night, really good workout in. So it was a good time. All right. I think it's time for what I like to call the news. And there's a lot happening in the world. So we're going to start with a girl. She's 8 years old, and she lives in Sweden. And I'm not exactly sure how she ended up finding this, but this 8-year-old girl found a pre-Viking era sword while she was swimming around in a lake. So I guess it's summer over there, or going into summer over there. She's just swimming around, and she finds this old sword at the lake when she's swimming, and it turns out that it's about 1,500 years old. Like, how crazy is that?
So does she become king now? Is she Queen Arthur?
I think she'd be queen. She still stays a girl. So I
didn't think it was a magical sword. She gets a sex change.
they said the water levels were very low due to like a drought, so maybe that's why she was actually able to touch the ground and find it. But I just think that's really cool. Like, I want to find a 1,500-year-old sword.
I'm home and I'm getting drunk with Hannah and working on your shirts. We'll see what comes out. What he say?
Someone getting drunk again?
All right,
I want to get drunk, but I'm here.
Well, let me show you my house.
I'm gonna say someone over at your place.
Oh wow, girls' night.
Wow! Hi,
Girls'
ladies.
night.
With whiskey.
We have whiskey.
And a dog.
Hi, ladies.
Little one.
And a baby.
And a baby.
Why are we not over there right now? Okay. I like whiskey and all that fun
Hey, sorry
stuff.
guys, everyone's here is married or underage.
I mean, whiskey's available to me still.
Yeah.
Rubik.
There's whiskey.
That's pretty much all.
Our cat whiskey's here too.
Wow.
She's the one that showed you her butt earlier.
Please don't drink the cat.
She might
Please
be
don't
feeling a little
drink the cat.
thirsty,
Please don't
I
drink
mean.
the cat.
All right, guys, I got some world record news. I don't know what this is not a world record I ever want to break.
Doing a Rubik's Cube with your penis?
I don't want to break that one either.
So Justin, what's
Hey,
it
there
like?
you,
That's
there you
just
go,
someone
Rick. I
solving
bet
a
no one,
Rubik's
I
Cube
bet no
with
one's
their
ever
penis.
actually solved it
Huh?
with their penis, so you could be the first one. Yes. A German man set the Guinness World Record for most body modifications, and he says he's not even finished. Oh my goodness! Like, I don't even like needles, but so Rolf, R-O-L-F, Rolf didn't awaken until he got his first tattoo at age 40. Wow! So he soon became addicted. Now has 516 body modifications, including tattoos and piercings and subdermal implants. Yeah, he actually has horns coming out of his head. Very interesting. So the old world record was 453. So 158 in the lips alone. Wow. But yeah, so he shattered this baby at 516. He's still going to consider further modifications.
I do the tattoos. I can't do piercings.
Can you imagine how much money the guy must have spent on himself?
Well, it depends on where you get it. If there was some kind of deal going, it's like my tattoo artist during like tax time, he'll do 10 hours of tattooing for like $500.
Oh, okay.
So you could get like a really big piece done.
I'm thinking when you have that many piercings, you probably don't take them out every night. It would take like hours.
Well, no, I
That would be a nightmare to go through airport security.
Oh my gosh. How would he go through airport security?
Actual great pumpkin.
That's kind of crazy.
Especially if he has like a Prince Albert.
The big one.
I don't think you. Can
No, that's just my cock piercing.
Yeah.
One of those.
Do you have a gun, sir? No,
Yeah,
no, my
okay.
balls are pairs.
Yeah. Keep it in my back pocket.
Oh, and then this, I don't know. What is happening? Pastors are supposed to be very well behaved.
Whip it out and beat a man with it.
But you know,
Wait, hang on. I just want to point this out. So if you can't take that out, that's going to be really awkward when TSA gives you, a pat down and starts grabbing your testicle. You're like, sir, what's this? That's my penis. That's your penis.
Oh, you mother.
Okay, you can talk about Christians raping people now or whatever's going on.
the article starts with what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah, this already isn't sounding good.
But on a recent flight from Las Vegas to Detroit, there was something else the passenger wished had stayed somewhere, primarily in his pants.
See, it is a penis thing.
Well, apparently a woman, Alicia, was traveling with her sister while trying to sleep. She told the news she was being peed on by someone who's apparently well known. He's a North Carolina pastor, whatever.
My cock is a rooster.
When I was.
She said it felt warm, like on the side of me. I felt something warm. I jumped up and I seen his private area out, and I screamed, and that woke everybody up. By that time, I actually looked at him, and I see him shake himself off, and I'm like, this man just peed on me. I looked, and there was a puddle of pee in the seats. Wow. An off-duty. Oh, after she jumped up and screamed, an off-duty police officer who was on the plane got up to restrain the pastor, who just stood there and said nothing the entire time. The FBI handles cases that are.
Did you just say pastor?
Like
Yes.
Pastor?
Yes, a pastor peed on somebody.
He was taken into
Pastor
custody.
peed on somebody in an airplane.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm thinking he might have just been really wasted or something because it sounded like he had no idea what he was doing.
He got drunk on Sacramento wine.
Hmm.
Well, I guess that's what you were.
Hey, Reverend, will you pee on me?
And guys, I have a continuation of a story since we're sticking with aviation. The story reads: a man flying in a jetpack has been spotted again. And this over a
I
lot.
sent you that one.
Again.
So,
Was it called in by a pilot again?
the man was spotted by a flight crew around 1:45 p.m. Wednesday, the FAA said. A China Airlines crew reported seeing what appeared to be someone in a jetpack at approximate altitude of 6,000 feet, about 7 miles northwest of LAX. So they alerted local law enforcement, and yeah, that's where in September they had the similar.
Was he
one, too.
found?
Don't bite.
It doesn't say. The American flight was the first report of the guy in the jetpack, and they were at 1,000 feet. So he's making it higher. He's making it
He's
higher and
ballsy.
higher.
Where's
So,
the thing? Did I set it next to you?
CNN obtained audio between air traffic and American and JetBlue flight crews from the September incident, according to communications. Air traffic control warned JetBlue flight to use caution. Person on jetpack reported 300 yards south. After the plane acknowledged, the control tower said, only in LA. It's probably true.
I want to
actually.
hear these recordings.
I wonder, I'll have to see. Maybe for the next, let's see if I can find audio recording for the next podcast, if it's available out there. Because that would just be kind of public. So, all right, last news story for me. And then I know that Texas has a couple too.
Oh, I got some
But
weird and
remember how
crazy
we had
ones.
Remember how we had like the lady that pretended to be a baby?
Yeah.
Well, this one's even crazier. Well, actually, it might not be crazier because I think she actually is a little bit sane. But so a woman quit her job to earn 6 figures a month. She's earning 6 figures a month pretending to be a dog.
I'll pretend to be a dog for that.
Yes. Who doesn't want to retire young and make tons of money by just doing fun stuff they enjoy? It's a dream we all want to achieve. But
What are
the
you talking
21-year-old
about, Slow? You do it
Phillip,
for free.
You said fine.
she's made her dream a reality, quitting her full-time job as a optician and starting to earn 6 figures every month. So she, let's see. She visited a convention in Chicago pet play scene. She decided to learn more about it, and things started from there. Apparently, Jenna claims she always felt like a true dog. That she's actually confused about being a human. And she says she's like so many kids who used to pretend to be a dog. So apparently, she started a OnlyFans account. I remember when Rick used to do that. And she posted funny content of herself as a dog, playing fetch and getting treats. And next thing you know, everyone really liked it, and it took off. And she decided to quit her job and be a full-time female dog.
I can screen here.
I think she defecates from
TV isn't a smart TV.
Well, she says that
What do you just have
members
it?
pay $20 per month to see her uncensored OnlyFans content, and then they can like call and put a request in. Let's see here. She's on TikTok as well, apparently.
I do not want to see her poop on TikTok.
So, and she's pretty attractive, I would say. So, I see why people want to take her for a walk or something.
He's getting a different fetish now.
Coming until Tuesday.
Jenna boosts money she earns by making custom videos based on requests. And she says the more kinky you want, the more it will cost. The most she's charged for one video is $1,200 so far. So, well, this is interesting. There's been a big surge of following since I moved to doing puppy play content. The majority of puppy community is for gay men. I know, that's what it says. It's really interesting.
So gay men are drawn to watch a girl be a puppy.
Yeah,
For the 4.
very interesting. She created her own. I mean, this is actually kind of brilliant in a weird way.
You could do 6 and 6 because it
We
would
had a
take
lot
you
of
to the
friends.
end.
It's been great so far. Men and women have been thanking her for representing the community and all.
You could do like a 6 and like a 4 and like
Even
a.
plays fetch and everything.
Yeah.
I know. So anyway,
2 and a
there
3
you go.
later.
If you want to try to make 6 figures on the internet, maybe pretend to be a dog. It's probably not going to work for a guy, but
Well, there goes Plan B.
if you guys know any ladies that want to bark,
The emergency
and
pregnancy
roll
pill?
over, stuff like that, and go fetch. What?
I'll bark, but they might not know like how.
Anyway, Texas, what do you got?
No.
Selfie video.
So I have some weird.
Why
and
would you
crazy
mute me?
stories. The first one, CNN star and legal analyst Jeffrey Toobin
Muted you?
caught masturbating during a Zoom call with colleagues.
Wow.
Oh no.
Well, maybe it wasn't.
He, according to CNN spokesman, he asked for some time off to deal with personal issues, which we have granted, and his other job of the New Yorker has suspended him during investigation.
Why did you
Toobin
mute you?
thought he
Stop
was
muting me.
You're not muted.
Just unmuted myself.
None of us can mute you, dude.
The host muted me.
I have no idea
Oh.
what you're talking about.
I didn't realize that.
Toobin thought he was out of viewing range, but he was
They
not.
said they asked to mute me.
And then the next one made me think of Brian. Dominatrix photographed leading man on leash around busy supermarket.
I hear you guys.
Wait. Wow. That's interesting. Wait, that's the plain dog.
Beastla would be the one on the ground.
I mean, wow, that's interesting. Is he
I hope they wear gloves. Floors are nasty.
It doesn't look like he is.
He does whatever his master tells him.
And then the last, oh yeah, I'll just do 2 more. The last 2 I have, if 2020 wasn't weird enough, you guys ever go swimming in the ocean when you get the chance?
I mean, I have, but only if it's really warm.
I don't think I haven't been in the ocean in probably 15 years.
Does it look like I've ever been to the ocean?
Well, a Cyclops albino baby shark with one eye absolutely baffles fishermen.
You baffled him?
Fishermen in
Baffled him?
Indonesia were astonished when they cut open a dead shark and found a baby with only one eye and albino.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
And then fisherman catches shark with 2 heads and throws it back in.
A 2, a 4.
I mean, I guess you might as well. What are you gonna do with it?
It was a little baby shark, but still.
It was a baby shark.
Shark.
Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark.
That's the last one I have for now. I do have one later for Cop Talk that I think makes me think of Be Slow.
Daddy shark, do 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 do. Daddy shark, do 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 do.
Daddy shark. Sorry. Okay. Well, I think that concludes our news segment. It is time for the
Jordan.
game of the week. So, Rick, what's happening for this game?
Well, as you may or may not know, Thursday, we had the final presidential debate. It was another dumpster fire. It was another shit show.
It was a little better, though. Actually, it was a lot better.
I enjoyed
I
it.
don't know.
Did you know that this is the last time we'll ever see Donald Trump debate?
Maybe for presidency. I'm sure he'll debate about something else.
Yeah, but last time an official debate. There'll never be another debate any better than when I debated, because I'm a master debater.
Did you just say masturbator? It's so huge.
debater.
It's my favorite task. I like to be the master debater.
No
I gotta
one
say, he
thinks
did-
like me.
He did better this time than he did the first time.
I'm gonna shut that all the way just in case.
Some say I'm the best debater of all times. This is maybe Abraham Lincoln.
And that's possible.
All right, let's get out of the closet for this. So, Anyways, we're gonna do another debate. It's presidential debate part 2.
Oh, part two. All right.
So for this debate, once again, we have our moderator, Jay Hizzle. Jay Hizzle, please introduce the participants.
I wish you were a hot Asian.
Me? Oh, you're saying you wish I was like the moderator from last night.
Yes.
She actually did a decent job.
She's Asian.
I thought so.
I'm just really like some of the questions were still a little more against Trump, but she did press Biden on things where normally they just kind of let him slide.
I
So
like
was
how
impressed.
she questioned him right away about destroying the oil industry. That was
I was
great.
impressed because she was from the Obama administration, so she was able to put her views and beliefs aside and be fair, just like a certain justice is going to do when she's in the Supreme Court.
That's right.
Just saying,
Grimace.
girls can do that stuff, even though the Democrats don't think they can.
Grimace.
But all right, welcome to the second Idiots Debate 2020, the year of Jumanji.
Well, I tried to end it by sacrificing a virgin, but obviously the gods rejected it because you're still here.
Well, see, they took the Infinity Stones and they snapped their finger again, and his stupid ass is back. So here we are.
And I have banana chips, and they're really good.
Hey, Guzzlebird.
All right,
Oh, it's that asshole.
the guy in the tie. He is Texas.
Is that Grimace? I like Grimace.
Do a really big pumpkin.
Well, my favorite is the Hamburglar. I like to put my nuts on her face and then go rubble, rubble, rubble.
And the guy with his hat on sideways, Captain Be Slow.
If you don't vote for him, you ain't black.
It's true.
You need to rap now if you're going to put that shit sideways.
And the bird in the corner with the big beak and the long neck.
See this?
It's Mr. Guzzlebird, sir.
And what party am I not a part of?
You're not a Democrat.
Thank you.
You're a libertarian?
You're a
What party are
Democrat?
No, he's not.
He's on the green card.
Does it look like I'm Mexican?
You're part of the Green Party?
You gotta talk like it.
Odele, fucker.
Now we
He's
have a
angry.
mix
He's
of
angry.
some very serious questions, and we have some questions from viewers, very concerned citizens. All right, well, let's begin with you, Texas. So we're gonna start we gotta talk about coronavirus. Texas, the first question will start with you. The country is heading into a dangerous new phase. More than 40,000 Americans are in the hospital tonight with COVID, including record numbers in Texas, Tennessee, Michigan, probably everywhere. Because we're not in Tennessee right now. And since the two of you, all the three of you actually last shared this stage, we'll call it a Zoom stage. 16,000 Americans have died from COVID. So, be specific, Texas. How would you lead the country during this next stage of the coronavirus crisis? Texas, what do you have to say?
Okay, so you said 16,000 have died.
Since we did our last debate, yep.
So out of that, 6% would have only died of natural or of COVID related only, which is 960. This
Okay.
virus is still not that big a deal. It is no worse than the flu. I have been to places. I've been to California. I'm going to a race on Sunday. I'm not going to let this ruin my life. If I get it, I get it. I'll battle through it, just like President Trump did. But it's not that big of a deal. We need to open things up, get the economy going, have the government give us another stimulus check to help us out. Just because
Yeah,
I'm
that
greedy,
post-
even though I've worked the whole time.
Shit.
So basically what you're saying is tough luck, survival of the fittest.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's a very aggressive stance. I don't know how those 16,000 families would feel.
Hiya, buddy.
Captain
Again,
Beast.
only
whoa.
960 would have been from COVID only. The other ones probably had all underlying conditions such as shot in the head or something like that.
I mean, COVID probably brought some of the stuff out. Captain B, what would you do to lead the country?
Really? COVID brought out a shot in the head?
Did you hear that COVID cured cancer?
No.
Yeah. If you have cancer, but you get COVID, you don't die of cancer. You die of COVID.
Oh.
It's cured cancer.
It's also,
You didn't hear that?
It's also dropped the suicide rate because if you die of suicide, you test positive for COVID. It's a
Yeah.
COVID death.
The only thing it hasn't cured is murder. I'm surprised.
So, Captain B, what would you do? Anything different than Texas?
I would open the entire country up and let herd immunity flow, just like we do with the flu every year, because the flu is deadlier than corona.
We got some very aggressive candidates here. All right, Guzzlebird, sir, what do you got?
Well, I kind of agree with my other constituents here. My thing is, though, it's kind of like the my body, my choice thing. If you're worried about it, wear your mask. If you're not worried about it, don't wear your mask. We're going to get immune eventually. We're going to get through this. Our economy's got to get up there. And the only way to do that is if we open everything up. So that's what we're going to have to do. We got vaccines coming. If you want to take it so you can try and get immune to this thing, by all means, take it. We do it with the flu every year, along with other vaccines for other things.
Mr. Guzzlebird, sir, if I may, though, the flu vaccine is only between 20 and 60% effective. Don't look at me like that, Jay Hizzle. I will slap the ball off your head.
Huge range. There's only 20 to 60%. Could there be a bigger range?
I refused to get a flu shot the other day because it don't work.
Because every year the vaccine has to be done differently because there's a different strand out there. So it may not actually be effective. And most people I know who actually get the flu vaccine get the flu.
I've never had the vaccine. I've never had the flu. I think there's a correlation there.
The vaccine only works 0 to 100% of the time, somewhere in there.
Well, someone slap the moderator and let's move on.
Yeah. Up the moderator.
If I can respond to the question.
Please do, Mr. Guzzlebird, sir.
I understand that not everything's going to be effective, but I mean, people are still going to try and do whatever they think they can to try to help slow the curve down. So if they feel they need to take this vaccine, take the vaccine. If not, I mean, you're going to do whatever you're going to do. If you live,
Your body, your choice.
So
Did you hear that some people in clinical trials are dying from the vaccine now?
there's people dying from COVID. There's people dying right now as we speak because I peed in the parking lot. I mean,
There's one person that died in the AstraZeneca trial, but it turns out he actually had the placebo, so he didn't actually die of it. But they still have to. But apparently, they still have to stop, even if someone were to die of anything, even if it's not related, and they have to double check to make sure. But
moderator, you're not debating. Let's get to the next question. If Mr. Guzzlebird, sir, is done.
go ahead.
I'm going to go right back to Mr. Guzzlebird, sir.
Oh boy.
So this is from a viewer.
Okay.
Yep. So the viewer want to know: does age really matter in a relationship?
Well, it really depends how you look at it. See, one of the last girls I banged was 23, and obviously I'm 34. So you think about it that way.
Mr. Guzzlebird, sir, I thought you were millions of years old or thousands of years old.
Don't tell people my age, you fuckface. Anyways, the last girl I banged was 23. So if you look at it that way, there's an 11-year age difference. But then if you go backwards to the time that I was 18, she would have been like 7. So then it gets weird. So it really depends on how you look at it.
So let's say that you're both over 21.
Well, then I think it's fine.
Okay. But
as long as it's legal and consensual, it is what it is.
And Mr. Guzzlebird, sir, what if there is a school bus full of ladies on it? How would you approach that situation?
Well, obviously, I'm going to go to the back of the bus and I'm going to see which one's going to give me a hand job.
All right. And you might think it's a taxi, perhaps. I don't know. But all right, Captain B, what about you? Do you think age really matters in a relationship?
It depends on the maturity level, I guess.
Oh.
I mean, I was with someone 9 years older than me, and that freaked me out. So I guess it depends on the person. I know people have been people 15 years older. I know people have been with people 15 years younger.
Good for that person. Wow.
So if you can make it work and everybody's legal, consenting adults, all of it, go for it.
Very good response as well. Texas, what do you think?
What is the age most people consider to become an adulthood? It is 18, correct?
Yeah,
And that is the age of consent in most states.
Yep.
because they're adults and they can buy lotto tickets.
But there's
So-
also some that are 16, 15.
If they're 18 and there's grass on the field, play ball.
Wow.
What if there's 18 and they got a fresh mound there?
Then pitch off that thing until it's no longer fresh.
Wow. Okay. I'm guessing there's going to be like a third-party candidate voted in this election. Let's go back. We got to get a little serious again here. So, as you guys know, as of tonight, more than 12 million people, they're out of work. And as of tonight, 8 million more Americans have fallen into poverty. And more families are going hungry every single day. Those hit hardest are women and people of color. They see Washington fighting over a relief bill. I'm going to start with you again, Texas. Why don't you think that the current administration's been able to get them the help they need? What would you do to get them the help they need?
Technically, it's not the current administration. The president who's in there at this time has tried, but there is a Skeletor evil woman who runs the House Senate, who whatever she runs, who's basically said, I will not let Trump get a win by giving a stimulus check before the election. It is not the president in the White House that is causing this. It is Nancy Skeletor Pelosi. And the way I would handle this,
Sure. I'm afraid to ask.
I've already tried, and I have given her some of the demands that she's wanted, but she still refuses because she doesn't want to give Trump the win.
Sounds like she doesn't want to play ball.
He's too worried about control versus what's good for people.
Be slow.
And
What
another
about you?
thing that we could do
Oh,
is open the economy back up. Because when the economy was booming, we had the lowest unemployment for minorities, excuse me, and the lowest unemployment for women.
They were employed. That's good. Captain Be Slow, do you have anything to add? Would you do anything differently than Mr. Texas?
Yeah, open the economy, tell everyone to get back to work.
So would you even pass this another stimulus bill, or would you be like, we're open, just do your thing?
Well, to be honest, can this country afford another stimulus bill?
I don't know. You tell me.
Do you think we can afford another $3-4 trillion in debt?
For the love of God, it's just paper. You could start saying that rocks are worth money for all we know.
As much as I think that, hey, you know what? I'd like that free money, but you know what? I don't think we can afford it.
It ain't free.
Because we're going to have to pay for it. Our taxes are going to pay for it some way, somehow, right?
It's true.
Are they going to raise the income tax? Are they going to raise the purchase of goods tax?
Only if Democrats
Are they going to raise a gas tax to pay for it? I don't know.
The same people bitch
Somebody's
about
going to
that.
raise the tax and force us to pay for it.
They're gonna bitch when their taxes go up.
So I mean, everyone that's been on unemployment still getting an extra $300-400 a week. So they should still be all set. So no, in the economy,
Right.
tell everyone to get back to work.
And Mr. Guzzlebush, sir, how would you address the situation?
Well, I'm going to tell you what the House and the Senate are doing wrong.
More ruthless.
You're trying to put all this stuff wrapped up into one package. And that's what's pissing people off because it's like, oh, well, we need 1.8 for this. Well, we need 2.2 for this. How about we worry about the damn stimulus first, and then you guys can play whose dick is bigger with the other stuff that you need, whether it's fucking business aid or, school finances or anything like that. You need to do it piece by piece, not try to wrap it all together, because that's what's not getting the job done. Secondly, one of the things that we got to do is we got to make sure that our small businesses are being taken care of, which if the House and the Senate aren't going to do something, then I need to sign an executive bill when I become president, making sure that everybody's getting taken care of, whether it's whites, minorities, greens, blues, yellows, reds, or sus. Whatever I got to do, I'm going to hit the button.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
Hit the button. All right. Thank you for that. Now, I guess I'll just can start with start with Captain B this time. So this is another question that comes in from one of our viewers. Should humans eat to live or live to eat?
What the fuck?
You're asking the guy that loves food.
Sure. What do you think?
I live to eat. I love food.
What? So when you're eating, you're feeling really happy.
I'm super happy when I'm eating. But everybody has their own individual choice. But my choice is I'm going to eat to live.
Ethiopian children choose to starve to death.
You said you live to eat, and now you're saying you eat to live. Which one is it?
Okay, I spoke wrong.
Good job,
I live
Biden.
to eat. Everyone can choose for themselves.
All right.
Yeah.
Texas, what do you think? Should humans eat to live or live to eat?
Humans should eat to live. Right now, there is a massive problem with obesity in this country, which leads to other underlying effects such as diabetes, heart disease, liver disease. So Americans need to take care of themselves. Yes, we need to eat, but we need to eat wiser. We need to eat healthier. We need to eat smarter, and we need to stop cramming our face full of junk food every time we're bored or have an urge to eat.
And that's why I feel like it's their choice. They can decide what they want to do because they're American people and decide for themselves.
Then the American people who do not do that kind of thing should not have to pay for the medical for the people that do.
Agree.
We almost had an argument, which turned into an agreement. All right, Guzzlebird, sir, what do you think? Should humans eat to live or should they live to eat?
Well, I'm glad that you guys are talking about the obese people, but you're not talking about the people that starve to death that can't afford food, that they have to eat crap food because they can't afford good stuff that cost $1.89 a pound or $7 for a fucking steak or $5 for some pork chops. They got to eat fucking pizza rolls and stuff like that. And that's how you get obese, because that's cheaper.
Mr. Guzzlebird, sir, I do have to argue the pizza rolls are delicious.
They are delicious.
They're just not healthy.
But you're going to sit there and you're going to complain that, people are getting obese, and it's not our fault.
You're lucky.
Some can't afford it. We're not sitting over here with thousands of dollars in the bank account. And if some little kid don't stop hitting me, I'm going to fuck
Hey,
him
there's a
up.
presidential candidate threatening to beat up a child.
Trying to be assassinated during the debate.
There's no law and order in this room, apparently.
You're the moderator.
All right. I got another quick and important one. Another viewer asked this question. Cats or dogs? What's better? Texas, start us off.
Who's asking this?
Viewers from Texas. Texas, cats or dogs?
My answer would be dogs.
And why?
Because you can train dogs. Cats don't give a damn. When you come home, dogs run up to you. Hey, you're here. When you come home and there's a cat, screw you. Here's my asshole.
Whiskey, where are you?
No one wants to see your cat's asshole.
Guzzlebird? Sir? Guzzlebird, sir, cats or dogs?
Well, kind of torn at this point. I don't like both of them.
No?
Well, I keep on seeing Beast loads cat's asshole, so I don't like that. But at the same time, I have dogs at my house that like to pee on everything, even though they're trained properly after they've been outside for 2 hours.
Have you ever been peed on, Mr. Guzzlebird, sir?
Don't you worry about what I did with that hooker one Friday night.
Guzzlebird, sir. If they're trained properly, then how are they peeing inside?
I don't know. They just are like, fuck it, I'm mad at you. I'm going to piss everywhere.
Oh, boy. And Captain B, slow. Dogs or cats?
I'm gonna still go with dogs. I like my cats, but they like to claw stuff, and then sometimes they like to pee on stuff that's not in their litter box.
Yeah, but the dog tries to lick it.
Cat piss stinks.
But my dog likes to lick everything and tries to nip you.
That's true.
So
I have met this presidential candidate's dog before. He gets licked.
so I'm still gonna go with dogs.
All right.
But they're both almost equally stupid.
All right, guys. Well, we have time for one more serious question and two more user questions.
If I may, though, I'd like to go with a third party in there. Reptiles. Reptiles are better than both.
I like that. Yes.
What about birds, huh? Are you fucking racist with birds now?
I remember when you used to own an iguana, Josh.
The last time I had a bird, it got frozen to death. So I choose not to go with the bird because I can keep a reptile alive.
All right.
Jerry!
We're going to the next subject here. Captain B, I want to talk about minimum wage. We're talking a lot about struggling small business owners these days. Do you think this is the right time to ask them to raise the minimum wage?
No.
So if you look at presidential candidate Joe Biden, he spoke of a $15 federal minimum wage. So do you think that's fair? Would you enact something like that? Why not?
That's absolutely not fair. $15 an hour, that's pretty darn high. That's what I make in law enforcement. Come on. I
Holy!
Don't move that, Chelsea.
It's going out.
Well, she just blew the fire pit up almost.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to.
She just had sparks fly everywhere.
I'm trying to move
The roof is on fire.
We don't need no water. Let the
motherfucker burn. The minimum wage should be left up to the states. Again, every state's different. $15 an hour in California is like $2 an hour in Michigan. It does not work there. $15 an hour in Michigan for minimum wage is ridiculously high because the people with actually college educations performing dangerous jobs are only making that. It ain't right.
Texas,
Not
what do
to
you
mention, if you have forced the minimum wage to be increased, people lose jobs because then these companies don't have the money to pay people. So that means there's more unemployment, there's more poverty.
That's a possibility. Texas, what do you think?
I do kind of agree with my opponent's Mr. Slow there. Because if you notice, McDonald's raised their minimum wage, but then what did they do? They got rid of most of their cashiers by doing an automated touchscreen ordering system. Basically taking those jobs away. If you increase the minimum wage, you increase
all the way to the back.
The cost of living. But like B-Slow said, it does depend on the state. Because $15 in California, yeah, that ain't nothing. California is the most expensive, but I wonder why. They have they continuously elect nut jobs who run that state into the ground.
Yes, they do.
With the exception of Arnold.
With the exception of Arnold.
And
by the way,
he's in the air.
Mr. Schwarzenegger, sir, we hope you have a speedy recovery after your heart surgery today.
He was already walking around in Cleveland.
It's true. And what?
Go ahead, Mr. Moderator, sir.
I was going to ask if Guzzlebird, sir, had an opinion on the minimum wage.
Were you done yet? I can wait.
I will let Guzzlebird go because I'm interested to see what he has to say.
Well, as somebody who worked from the bottom and worked his way up, I can understand the thought for having a higher minimum wage. At the same time, I agree with both of my constituents here that each state is different. What I do think we need to do is I think the cost of living needs to go down, because every time that the minimum wage goes up, the cost of living goes up. And we're just evening ourselves out to where we were just at. And then businesses are going to start going down. But if the cost of living went down, we wouldn't need to raise the minimum wage because people could actually afford to live.
Thank you very much, Mr.
If I could circle back to one thing real quick there, Captain
we'll
Slow
let
was
you
talking
respond.
about college educated people. I do not think people need to go to college unless they're going to become a doctor or a lawyer. You do not need some BS liberal arts degree or some gender studies that you're never going to use. Have thousands and thousands of dollars in student loans just to work minimum wage at McDonald's.
I agree with that. I think people need to go into the trades.
Okay, business degrees are fine too, so are financial. But people who go for like gender studies or the liberal arts or anything.
I will tell you, most degrees are pointless. It's learned on the job. Guess what? My degree is in criminal justice. You know what that degree is good in? It's criminal justice. It's useless anywhere else. And you know what? When you get to start working in the field, you learn everything. Most places you learn on the job training, on the job courses, on the job certifications. That's where you learn most of your jobs. People need to go into the trades. I mean, you got to think, you can't build houses fast enough. Electricians are needed like crazy. Plumbers are needed like crazy. And they make good money.
Welders are needed like
do it.
Crazy.
They do.
Do it.
Auto technicians.
Yeah. They make good money too. As long as you're good at it, you make good money.
How old do you think you are?
Yep. All right, we have a couple more
I agree
questions
with
from
that.
viewers. All right, we have a couple more questions, and then we'll go to closing statements. So, from Texas again, which is better, Marvel or DC Comics? Texas, we'll start with you. That's a tough one.
In my opinion, I believe Marvel is better. At least if you watch the movies.
I mean, most people do, yes. So you like Marvel
That's
better?
all I got.
Captain B, Marvel or DC?
Which one's Wolverine?
Marvel.
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 Because Wolverine. All right.
I don't really know comics, so that's it.
Oh, finally my forte. So I'm going to tell you my opinion on both.
Okay. And then you're going to tell us which one's better, right?
Absolutely. So when you look at DC Comics, you have some kind of legit stuff like Bruce Wayne as Batman, who is a real life guy who decides that he's going to use his money to fight crime. And that kind of stuff feels more legit. You know, he's brooding because he lost his parents. He wants to fight evil, that kind of stuff. But then you got this stupid shit like Superman, who is way overpowered. And,
Kryptonite.
you know, it's almost like,
Let's just say.
fuck your kryptonite.
He is an alien from another planet.
If that kryptonite wouldn't have showed up on Earth, what would have stopped him? Nothing. That's exactly right. Then you got this weird stuff like the Green Lantern and all that. Okay.
Never actually been full.
Pretty much everything else is weird. Like, okay, this person's from, you know, Athens, and this person's underwater, and this person came from space, and this person's power comes from a ring. The only natural person in there is Batman. Now, if you go over to the Marvel side and you look at things, you got mutants and stuff. But at the same time, they all have real world problems. Wolverine was in love with Cyclops' wife, Jean Grey. Spider-Man is a teenager who has troubling problems while trying to save New York City. It makes you feel real to the character instead of going, man, I wish I had powers like Superman. So I got to go with Marvel Comics on this one.
All right. Everyone agrees on a lot of things tonight. All right, one follow-up question to that. It's actually DC Comics related, but Who is better looking, Batman or Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Depends on which movie
I don't know.
you're talking
Batman's kind of sexy in the cowl.
What the fuck, dude?
Okay, Wonder Woman.
Wait, which Batman though? Do you want to go with Michael Keaton? Do you want to go with Val
Batman
Kilmer?
of
Do you
your
wanna go with
choice.
George Clooney? Do you want to go with Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, or the glittery vampire bitch Patton, whatever his name
Why
is?
is it gotta be the movie ones? Maybe I like
He
the
was a
sexy
Batman?
cartoon animated Batman.
Is he really?
Maybe I'll make this. I'm gonna make this question harder.
Val Kilmer was Batman too.
Who
Val Kilmer was
is better
Batman.
looking? Who is better looking, Captain Marvel or Wonder Woman?
Oh man, that's a tough
Captain
one.
Marvel.
I don't know who Captain Marvel is. Wonder Woman.
Such a hard question.
Captain Marvel.
I told you the lollipop was gay.
I have no problem with Gal Gadot.
I'm not that I'm doing this debate, but I would say, in case anyone was wondering, Wonder Woman, hands down.
Well, here's the thing. I really like Gal Gadot. She was really hot as Wonder Woman. But man, does Captain Marvel look a roll tide in that fucking suit of hers.
Man.
So I think I got to go with Captain Marvel on this one.
Roll Tide.
There you
she's
go.
Oh, that's
Alabama.
Captain Marvel? That's Captain Marvel?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm going Captain Marvel.
there you go.
Which one?
Roll Tide.
A lot of them.
Don't worry,
I'm going
Gal,
Captain
got
Marvel. I
your
thought
back.
Captain Marvel was a guy.
No, yes.
Technically in the comics, Captain Marvel was a guy, but for gender equality and diversity, they made her a woman in the MCU.
And I'm
Actually,
okay
Think
with
of that one.
God.
I'm okay with that.
Marvel.
But no, Wonder Woman's still my girl. But I like Captain Marvel too. Okay. All right. Well, that is going to conclude tonight's debate. We now have time for closing statements from each candidate, and then we'll be on to the next segment. All right. Texas, I'll let you start with closing statements.
If you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
I was going to say.
All right. Well,
When I was a
Any other-
lifeguard, I let kids run their hands up and down my legs in the pool because they like seeing my white hairs.
wow.
I am
Don't
Texas.
vote for the pedophile.
I'm Texas, and I'm running for student body president. I mean Senate. I mean resident. I mean president.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Texas, in this upcoming election. Captain B. Slow, do you have any closing remarks or anything you'd like to end with?
Vote for me. I'm not a pedophile.
That's
Thanks.
okay. That's good.
I've never let little kids rub their hands up and down my thigh to see my white hairs.
I'm really happy about that. All right. We've had some really strong closing statements. Wink, wink. Mr. Guzzlewater, sir, do you have anything better that you can take us out with?
Absolutely. Now, if you're listening to this, you heard these two idiots. But if you're looking, look down at these two idiots. Obviously, we need change. Because we're either getting the weird pedophile guy or we're getting the weird, not so pedophile-y cop guy. And what we need is a bird in the house who's not going to die from wind. I heard you, Trump. This is bullshit. Vote for me, Guzzlebird. Yeah.
All right. That concludes tonight's second Idiots Debate 2020.
I'm watching you, fucker.
And now it's time for sports.
Oh yeah, that's me.
I was trying to move the big log so it would catch because it fell off.
Thank God we only have to do that once every year, twice every 4 years.
Dude, that bird talks a lot.
Hey.
All right. So, in the world of sports and the current moment, the World Series is going on
What's the score?
as we speak. Right now, it is
Last I
A
checked,
lot
the Dodgers
to a
were winning.
little.
So good with the insiders.
The Dodgers are winning by a lot.
6-2.
Yeah, it's 6-1. Well, yeah, 6-2. So if the Dodgers win, that'll be the second championship LA has won in 12 days. Tampa Bay can come back and win. It'll be the second championship they've won in 25 days. By the time this airs Monday, they would have played games 3, 4, and 5. So in all likelihood, the series could be over, and the Dodgers could be the champions, or we could continue going till sometime next week. And I'm hoping Tampa Bay wins because I really don't like the Dodgers.
Same here. Plus, they have a home game every game.
Who do?
The Dodgers.
No, they're not playing in LA. They're playing in Arlington.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they kind of bubbled it like they did with the NHL and NBA.
That makes me feel a little better. They have fans there, though.
Yeah, they're
That
allowing.
makes sense. I couldn't figure out there's no way LA was letting fans in, and Texas would.
They're
Texas
allowing
is-
25% capacity, like Texas does for all outdoor sporting events right now.
Nice. Did you try to get tickets?
No, I don't give a crap about the Dodgers or the.
They're probably really
Tampa Bay.
expensive too.
I'd rather go to NASCAR on Sunday.
Let's talk about NASCAR a little bit. What do you got for us on NASCAR?
Let's talk about NASCAR. So, the team of Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin have announced their team name. It is 23XI, Roman numerals 411. So it's 2311 Racing. Their car number will be number 23.
No surprise there.
And their driver, of course, is Bubba Noose Wallace.
And is Denny Hamlin racing for that team too, or does he just own it?
He's part owner with Michael Jordan. He's still racing
Okay.
for it's either Joe Gibbs or Roush. I can't remember off the top of my head. But
Not Roush,
they
so-
had their first race for the round of 8 this past weekend, which Joey Logano won. So he is locked into the round of 4. Yeah, the championship 4. They have 2 more races before they got Texas and Martinsville and then Phoenix, I believe. So 2 more races to get to the round of 4. I will be there on Sunday. I am 19 rows up from the beginning of pit road. And
Nice.
it was a 2-for-1. I get to go to the truck series race that goes on before.
Pretty cool.
So speaking of truck series, so last weekend's truck series race, Haley Deegan made her series debut because for whatever reason she's required to race one race this year so she can do full time next year. And she
Is she the one you got a crush on?
That's Natalie Decker.
Oh,
We like Haley Deegan too. She's a little young, but I'm really excited to watch her career though. She seems like a really cool person. And anyway, she finished in not just finished the race, but she finished 16th in her first race ever. That is the highest position any girls ever finished in on their season debut in the NASCAR Truck Series. So Deegan's got that record, and then my girl Natalie Decker, she has the highest position the girls ever finished in the Truck Series at 5. And she will be returning after getting over some health issues to Texas so that Texas can watch her. And they've been in communication with each other. So
Yes, I've commented on a few of her Facebook posts, and she's actually responded.
yep. So
She
that's
wants
pretty
me.
cool. She does have a boyfriend who seems like a pretty cool guy, but maybe she wants you as
He
a
has
friend,
nothing
you
on
know?
El Gigante.
So, but
The 8-foot wrestler?
they grow.
I know you have no clue what I'm talking about. LJ Gigante is an 8-foot wrestler from the 90s.
okay, why is Captain B talking about him growing? Or is that unrelated?
I don't know why he's
That
talking
is
about
French for really big.
Oh, okay. That's French for really big. Oui, oui, je m'appelle. Wait, no, forget it. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, that's some good NASCAR news. So some sad news. And then, did you see the sad NHL news that we all knew was coming? They canceled the Winter Classic, the Blues versus the Wild, and they canceled the All-Star game. But hockey, the NHL still is hoping they can start around the 1st of January for the next season. And they're
There's supposed to
going to.
be a gear out before
I thought they
January.
just put it on hold. They didn't cancel it. They just kind of put it on hold.
For this year, they canceled it,
Oh,
and
did
they're
they?
going to
Okay.
try to get it in the next season. So Minnesota and the Blues should still be playing, but probably won't be till 2022, when they expect everything's going to be much more normal. But yep. And then I don't know if you guys talked about. I don't think the Red Wings got talked about it all last time, but they did some amazing free agency moves, and I'm really proud of them. So
You did good.
they got.
No, I did not get into them because we're not really a sports or a Red Wings podcast. So I just kind of shuffled along because 90% of our listeners don't care.
You don't know that.
Just the three of us do. I don't even know if Rick really cares.
I'm,
Justin White might care.
I'm learning more about hockey. I've watched more hockey since the pandemic than I did wrestling.
There were some really good games to watch
That's
too.
true.
There was, yes.
But and then Big Ten football starts tomorrow. Go Green!
Go White.
Is it? Because I heard a lot of the mayors of Big Ten cities were signing a petition to stop the games because they weren't. Somebody in the athletic department or whoever was not following safety precautions enough.
I don't know, but all I know is Michigan State's still set to play Rutgers tomorrow at noon, and your Wolverines are, man, what a tough game. They get to go to Minnesota this season, so it's looking like we'll be starting 1-0, and you'll be 0-1.
Well, actually,
you never know.
Big Ten football has already started because Wisconsin destroyed Illinois
Go
tonight,
PJ Fleck.
45-7.
Oh. All right, on Wisconsin. So I'm really happy that that's happening and that Big Ten football starting back up. The Lions actually won a game last Sunday, which was crazy. They looked really good, which is also crazy.
Also-
pandemic sense, weird thing.
There is a
True.
really big MMA fight Saturday night. By the time we all listen to this, it's going to be already over. But Saturday night, they have a big fight with, I cannot say his name. Forgive me, Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Justin Gaethje.
Bless you.
Okay, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, I can't say his name. I don't know why. Versus Justin Gaethje championship. That should be a really good
Just
match.
Gaethje.
That's the lightweight title. I will
Awesome.
probably go Khabib, considering he's undefeated at 28-0. But I'm hoping Gaethje can knock him out.
I'm
Hey,
going the guy with the
Rick,
cool long name.
Because we did it for AEW. Do we want to do predictions for Hell in a Cell?
We can. I'm sure they don't have a clue what the hell we're talking about.
Well,
No.
they didn't.
they'll just pick random people like they did for the
I was
AEW.
gonna say they had
event.
no clue what the what the AEW one was. So
Go ahead. I'll do a lot of work for editing this, unless I do it on Sunday.
oh, I got you. All right, so WWE's Hell in a Cell. They have Jeff Hardy versus Elias. The backstory on this is Jeff Hardy was accused of running Elias over with a car back in June or July. It's because supposedly he
What
was
over?
Elias over with a car because supposedly he was drunk driving, which it was not
Yeah.
true, but whatever. So who do you got, Rick?
So you two got
Jeff Hardy or Elias?
Hardy.
Who's the guy that got accused of something he didn't do?
Jeff
Hardy.
Hardy's pissed. He's gonna.
Well, here's my thought on this. This is a big plot hole because they, let people know that it was Sheamus that was driving the car to begin with. So I don't know if just, Elias decided he's not watching WWE television either. But yeah, I just took a stab there. That's what happens. But I think Elias coming back, he's going to need a victory. Otherwise, he's just going to start jobbing out to people. So I'm going to have to go with Elias on this one.
I'm gonna go Elias as well. All right. So they
Split.
have
Split.
the sad. It'd be sad if the two people who actually don't know wrestling got that right, and me and Rick got that wrong. But whatever.
It happens.
For the
Hardy har
SmackDown,
har.
for the SmackDown Women's Championship, which I believe is inside Hell in a Cell, it'll be Bayley versus Sasha Banks.
Ooh.
Isn't that a porn star?
No, that's not a porn star, but she does look good in a bikini.
You're thinking of Tyra Banks with 2 X's.
Oh, Tyra Banks.
I could have swore there's a porn star named Sasha Banks.
Not
I'm
that
gonna
I'm
go with
aware of, but
Sasha
she
Banks.
looks fantastic in a bikini. I'll give her that.
Sasha Banks.
Jay
I
Hazel?
feel like Sasha Banks is actually really good. Who's the other girl?
Bailey.
Bayley.
She's been the champion for over a year now.
She's the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion.
Well, she's gonna fall.
She has a combined reign of over 500 days right now.
Dang. Oh, I think I've seen. I'm gonna go actually Bailey. She's really tough. And that's gonna be a good matchup. This could go either way. I don't know which way it's gonna go, but I'm gonna go with Bailey.
You gotta say that in your Trump voice.
No one knows which way this is gonna go, but I'm gonna say, since I'm better at predicting than most people besides maybe Abraham Lincoln, I'm gonna say Bailey's gonna win. You don't know. Who knows? But Bailey's definitely gonna win.
You're funny.
Oh God. The problem with this is they've been building this up for so long.
Kind of like a wall that I've been building. Bailey's gonna win.
Yeah, but they're going to be in those ISIS cells that Biden built supposedly. So,
Have you seen Grey's Anatomy?
with that being said, the problem with this is every time Sasha Banks has a major title, she immediately loses. So I can't see them putting the title on her. I think they got to keep Bailey's momentum going. So I'm going to go with Bailey on this one.
Say
That's
Banks,
right.
Josh. Be on my side.
Bailey has lots of momentum that we want to keep going.
Here's the problem. Every time WWE starts mentioning the number of days somebody is a champion, they normally drop the title shortly thereafter.
I don't know. Punk got to hold it for at least 3 months before The Rock fucked it up.
Well, that's because it was
And you
The
could
Rock
smell
and
what he had cooking.
I want to say Sasha, but trying to think what the next major pay-per-view is. That'd be Survivor Series.
Yep, and they're probably going to do that NXT versus Raw versus SmackDown thing. So somebody's holding that title longer.
Then I will go with Bayley because she will captain Team SmackDown. Sorry, B. I'm gonna go Bayley.
I'm gonna get the upset here, guys. Woo! Let me know next week.
WWE Championship match: Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. Hell in a Cell. Drew McIntyre is a Scottish.
I'm going Drew McIntyre.
Randy Orton is a 14-time champion.
Drew McIntyre.
Hazel.
I agree with the Captain B. McIntyre. That's what he said.
Honestly, they've done what? 2 matches so far, and Randy Orton has been able to win either one. So, unless they plan on doing some kind of schmaz finish where Randy Orton's going to get help from somebody like they did with Undertaker and Shawn Michaels back in their very first Hell in the Cell, I can't see Randy Orton winning it at all. Although Drew McIntyre did have that schmaz win over him with the ambulance match. So I'm going to have to go with Drew McIntyre.
I don't see any reason why they would do 3 matches in a row unless they plan on putting the title on Randy. I know they want to lead Randy versus Edge for the title at WrestleMania if Edge could be healthy in time. I don't. I'm going to go with Orton on this one.
There's entirely too much thought put into this.
I'm going to be the odd man out.
Oh, I had that.
Wrong man.
Did you see that?
And the SmackDown Women's Championship, Roman Reigns versus his cousin, Jey Uso, in a Hell in a Cell I Quit match.
I just want to point out, I think you just said women's match instead of Universal.
Oh, my bad. Universal Championship match. I don't care about this match one way or another, so
So these are girls or guys fighting?
They're guys.
Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. They're cousins.
The names?
Roman Reigns and Jey Uso.
I like the name Roman Reigns. I'm picking that one. It doesn't rain. It pours.
Actually, is a cool name. Who has a better record, would you say?
Roman.
I'll go with Reigns, too.
He's already won the championship multiple times. He's been given an infinite amount of opportunities. He's run he's basically Vince McMahon's golden boy, even though he doesn't deserve to be.
Well, if he's the golden boy, then he's going to get the golden toy. I'm going with him. Roman Reigns.
Oh, they can start it anyway. They already know.
Okay, so obviously, I think where they're going with this is they're going to start doing they're doing the tribal chief thing. So I think they're going to end up doing a faction with Roman and the Usos in some way, shape, or form.
Harvey.
With,
Paul
Heyman kind of leading the charge there. So I'm going to have to go with Reigns on this one.
As much as I don't like him, I'm going to have to go Roman Reigns. And added during SmackDown, The Miz versus Otis for the Money in the Bank Championship contract.
Oh, the Money in the Bank.
It's got cold in here again.
So the winner of this match will have the Money in the Bank briefcase, which means they can cash the Money in the Bank contract anytime between now and Money in the Bank.
So who's facing off?
Otis, who's the current Money in the Bank contract holder, he won it in a ladder match against like 8 other people, and The Miz.
Which one's better with finance?
Probably The Miz.
Just because he has houses and he's doing real estate with his wife. Otis likes to buy steaks.
Oh, he's going to want that money more than I'm going with Miz.
Otis is all steaks and weights, baby.
I think if The Miz wasn't a part of a tag team with John Morrison, I think it would be Miz, but because I really want to see Otis continue and actually have a chance at the Money in the Bank briefcase in some way, shape, or form, I got to stay with Otis.
I'm going with Otis as well.
Captain B, what are you doing?
We'll make him choose The Miz.
Okay.
He said Otis.
Sure.
Oh, okay. You said Otis? Okay.
I just want to drop.
And that's it. It's actually a small pay-per-view.
It's going to be one of those 2.5-hour ones.
That's a small pay-per-view?
Most of their big pay-per-views are 4 hours. So.
All right. Do you have anything
WrestleMania
else?
can go 8 hours.
Do you have anything else for sports?
No, I'm good unless my son wants to give an F1 update.
What's up, Zay?
He's shaking his head no.
Can you hear us?
Hi, Zay.
Yeah, he got back on headset a minute ago.
Oh, nice.
Okay, real quick before we go into sports, I just wanted to point out one thing. If you get a chance, please go on YouTube and watch the musical with MJF and Chris Jericho. It's one of the most entertaining 6 minutes you will see.
It was phenomenal. I was totally not expecting that.
Check it out. Musical, MJF, Chris Jericho.
Anyone else we got to check out? The top 5.
Five.
Hey, guys, Halloween's coming up. Did you know that?
Yes.
It's a week from tomorrow. So we got to do some Halloween-themed stuff. So the top 5 this week is top 5 favorite scary characters. Movies, TV, comics, real life, whatever you want to do. And we'll start down south in Texas with Texas.
All right. Number 5 gave me nightmares and made me afraid to go in bodies of water. Bruce the Shark from Jaws. Number 4, Drac from Hotel Transylvania.
Welcome to the Hotel Transylvania. I changed
Number
the
3, The Tales of the Crypt Keeper,
Oh, that's a
aka
good one.
Nancy Pelosi.
word. Nice.
Number 2, Arnold's favorite prey, the Predator.
Oh, I could go on.
And number 1, my favorite because I loved this movie as a kid, Slimer.
Characters and TV movies.
Oh, nice.
Does Nancy Pelosi count?
All right. Ric Spade, what do you got?
Okay. So, my number 5 is Jason Voorhees. My number 4 is Bigfoot.
Oh,
Probably.
My number 3 is that lovable alien Alf.
no.
I have a tie for number 2
All of them.
because I can do that.
Okay.
So, my number 2 is Gizmo from Gremlins.
Oh, I love Gizmo.
This was great.
Candyman.
Oh.
And then my number 1, I also went with Ghostbusters Slimer.
Captain B, what about you? What do you got?
Oh, I went with Slimer for my number 5. My number 4, I went with Predator. Number 3, everybody's got to love Frankenstein's monster.
Be my Frankenstein.
Number 2, one of my favorite movies, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Number 1, I picked Jason. And honorable mentions, The Crypt Keeper, Alien, Freddy Krueger, and Mike Myers.
Nice. We're not even talking about Mike Myers from Austin Powers.
Yeah, Michael Myers.
Nice. I went pretty much just scary stuff. My honorable mentions are Chucky and Ghostface. You know, from Scream and like any other movie where they have a ghost face and they run around and try to stab you with a knife. At number 5, be my Frankenstein.
I'm looking for love and it's feeding time.
Frankenstein the monster.
Okay, because Frankenstein was the
He's the
Frankenstein
doctor.
was the doctor.
Oh, then it's the monster.
Frankenstein's monster.
monster.
I still think of the monster though as Frankenstein. I'm gonna go with it
Well,
even
you're
if it's wrong. Whenever you see the thing with the poles coming out of its head, they all call him Frankenstein. So that's what we're going with. Number 4 would be Carrie from the movie Carrie. You know, she starts out as kind of a shy girl and then she just can kill everyone and it's really scary. And then number 3, Dracula will suck your blood. Number 2.
Suck your blood.
Number 2 would be Jason. And number 1 would be Freddy Krueger. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for
He
you.
haunts your dreams.
That's just, it's free. It's scary, really, in a messed up way. I guess I should have been given honorable mention to the Saw movies, those weird clown things. They're kind of freaky too. But that was a nice, easy, quick top 5 Halloween edition. And now we come up to one of our favorite segments that we like to call Cop Talk. Come to you now. And now it's time for Cop Talk. Ugh, tasers hurt. And now it's time for Cop Talk. Ugh, tasers hurt.
They really do.
That's what I've been told, and I believe it.
All right, so let's start out with a little bit of news.
Oh wow, news.
What's going on here? No.
What is going on? Did you lose
I
your
have
news?
something open and it's gone.
Oh no, the news is gone.
There we go. All right.
Would say it's fake news.
I was gonna say I can give you
Okay.
Mike's news story, but
This thing goes to Derek Chauvin,
Oh,
everybody's favorite douchebag.
yeah,
Ready? The judge drops his third-degree murder charge. He keeps the 2 second murder charges. The Judge Cahill dismissed the third-degree murder because the law requires that someone causes the death of another person while committing an act inherently dangerous to others. And what he did was not dangerous to any of the bystanders.
Oh, okay.
So the third-degree murder charge got dropped. The second degree of unintentional murder and manslaughter remain.
I knew it.
But they did not drop any of the charges of the other assisting officers yet.
I bet they'll get dropped.
I want to ask, what do you guys think of body cameras?
I think they're very important considering 90% of the Black Lives Matter stuff. Oh, we got beat up by police, but the body cam footage shows that they did something else.
I think it's super important, A, for the cops, for their safety, but also I think it's important because every now and then when one of those few bad cops does something, then it's also on video.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that it shows if you did something wrong, you're held accountable, and if you didn't do something wrong, it's saving your ass.
I tell you, I'm a big supporter of body cams. I've been wearing body cams the last 4 years now. Absolutely love them. One, they clear you of any wrongdoing.
Exactly.
Especially people like to do all kinds of false claims, especially women.
Yep.
So you always make sure you're on camera. Always. Not to mention, it's great evidence. Because when you're interviewing people, guess what? It's not just your word. Now there's a video of it.
Yeah.
Also, when someone's like for drunk driving arrest, you get their standard field eye sobriety test on camera. It's fantastic. And when you're writing reports, you can refer back to it so your reports are even more accurate. It's absolutely phenomenal. And here in the hometown where I live, Justin lives, and Rick lives, there's just a police shooting only 2 blocks from my house.
Oh, that's kind of scary.
Yeah. So there was no body cams because the body cams are being implemented like 3 days later. So now the city now has body cameras. So that would have really enlightened everything from the story to help the investigation go quicker too.
I'd say because now it's possible if the cop was in the right, he could get in big trouble for not doing anything wrong, or vice versa.
Yeah, because the report is he walked up on the kid, and the kid had a gun in his waistband. He told him to put his hands on the dash. He's going to remove the gun. No big deal. People carry guns all the time in this country. No big deal. And then when he reached in, he started resisting and went to grab for a gun on the floorboard. That's when he got shot.
And when the cops are around you, you should just expect to die. I think that's
Pretty
what I'm
much.
at.
Well, if
So
he would
if
have
actually
just followed
lived
directions
actually-
and kept his hand on the dash, nothing would have happened, except for the fact that the guns are both stolen and he was a convicted felon.
Would the dash cam pick that up though? At least, kind of.
There's 2 dash cams, but they don't see what's going on in the car.
Okay, but
Yeah, but there's 2 dash cams of the event.
I'm gonna guess that the police will be back to work on that one. But it would be easier, like you said, if they had body cams. I mean, I know some people are like, well, some departments can't afford them. I would even be willing to pay slightly extra in taxes to make sure every cop has a body cam.
Yeah, body cams are expensive. The cams themselves are not. It's the storage, because that's a lot of video that you have to save for multiple years. So that's where it gets expensive, because you got to pay somebody to store your videos.
I mean, that's fine. I would pay, like I said, I'd pay a little extra in taxes to make sure they all have one. And if they're not using one and you're accused of something, then maybe they just throw the case out.
And yeah, I've been talking a lot about like depression and stuff. Could you turn your phone down, please? Thank you. I've been talking a lot about different police depression and problems that comes with law enforcement. I went through a lot of this. Rick knows a lot of the stuff. But I've resorted into a lot of books and a lot of reading. I don't know if any cops really listen to this at all, but if anybody does, there's 2 books that I highly recommend. One is called Emotional Survival for Law Enforcement. It is by Dr. Kevin Gilmartin. Actually puts on seminars and travels the country and actually awakens you to the problems that police solve. The public has no idea what goes on in the police. It's more mentally damaging than anything else. Maybe 30,000 cops get injured every year. I'm usually one of them that gets injured every year with something.
Because you fall when you run.
Yeah, or I get cut in a fight or something like that. It's just minor stuff, but you're forced to report it. But it covers, because what cops do, they go through what's called hypervigilance, which is basically your officer safety. It's what keeps you alive, which is why when you ride with me, Justin, you see me driving on the road and I catch something. You have no idea. You didn't see any of it.
Well, I mean, I see you catch something. I'm like, how on earth did you even see that? We were just jamming to some music, and all of a sudden you turn us around and you saw something. Yeah, that's the hypervigilance. You notice these things. You notice hands. You notice what's suspicious. It keeps you alive. And what happens is you don't just turn that off. When your shift ends, you automatically go into a depression state. To be honest, it's almost nearly impossible for cops to keep friends that are not cops unless you have this training. The 3 of you are my 3 best friends. And
we're the 3 best friends that anybody can have.
Yep. I've gone through issues. I've struggled. And so I've had therapists, and these books, especially this one, has really helped.
That's great.
It teaches you how to basically overcome this depression that you get into. And there's a reason why cops are fat and firefighters aren't. Because when you are in this hypervigilant state, your insulin is pumping more. So when your insulin pumps more, it creates fat in your midsection.
You don't need a lot.
And the cops eat a lot of donuts.
Well, that's just a myth.
I've seen you eat donuts.
Well, I mean, you do eat donuts, and you sit in a patrol car for long hours, and you eat fast food and gas station food. And but it causes the depression, which also causes you to not work out. So, Emotional Survival for Law Enforcement. The next book, I just started reading this. I'm only about a quarter of the way through it. Called I Love a Cop.
Oh, I love a cop too.
It's what police families need to know. It helps teach everybody, including the officer, about the sex you're going through. I am actually in, it's word for word. I am in that point in my career where I can't leave. It's too early to retirement and it's too late to leave. I'm 10 years in, and you get to that point where basically your administration comes down on you. Every cop gets fucked sometime in their career. Administration screws them over sometime in their career. That's happened to me 2 or 3 times.
That's happening.
Absolutely frustrating, and there's nothing you can do about it because you lose control. And in a lot of these books, they help you get through it, and this also helps teach your family members what to expect and your spouses what to expect to make sure that you can maintain a marriage. And the reason why I researched and got this book is so I can stay proactive to keep my marriage good and healthy.
Nice. Is Chelsea going to read it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So everything. So these 2 books, I Love a Cop, and Emotional Survival for Law Enforcement. It should be Academy 101. All cops need to be taught this, and they're not.
That's awesome.
Basically, it hits you at about the 3 to 4 year mark in law enforcement.
So if you're saying
when you start to realize that the world sucks and that you can't really make much of a difference, and that the criminal justice system is the most broken system to have ever existed.
So you're saying if people read it when they first got in, though, it helped them prepare for things a little better.
Yes, and this, everyone needs to have it, and it should be, these books should be read at least once a year. Or if you start feeling something, just go back and reference these materials.
Like you said earlier,
in law enforcement and PTSD is very real. I'd say almost every single cop that has ever policed has gone through this.
Nice. I mean, you've said this before. though. Cops do make a difference. Like, even if it's only in many individuals' lives, a big difference in my opinion.
It makes it worth it if you just take a difference in one or two people. It makes a difference. It means you change something.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you realize you can't just change the world.
No, but you can help keep your town safe.
So, that's my spiel.
I do have a news story related to police officers I would like to share.
Maybe next time.
No.
I'm just kidding. Rick's like, no. How dare you say that?
What a dick.
Or
All
are
right.
you saying no to Texas? I just don't know who you're saying no to.
Disorderly goat takes over cop car, headbutts deputy, and eats all the paperwork.
Dear Chief, the goat ate my paperwork. I promise.
A sheriff's deputy in Georgia had a run-in with the baddest of the bad last week when she returned to her cruiser to find a goat had taken over. The Douglas County Sheriff's Officer said the unnamed deputy was serving civil papers at a home during the encounter. She typically leaves the car door open as she had to retreat from vicious dogs in the past. Never once did she even suspect or consider what was about to happen this day. The footage from the hairy situation showed the goat in the front seat was busily eating the deputy's paperwork. Then, after leaving the vehicle with a mouthful of delicious papers, the goat delivered a headbutt to the deputy's knee, knocking her down before hoofing it from the scene of the crime.
Literally hoofing it.
That's awesome.
I read that not because B says he works out in the sticks and he sees all kinds of animals. I could just see that happening to B one day.
I've had to round up goats. It's a couple months ago.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for you to get headbutted by one.
Goats,
One of you
cows, pigs, horses. I've done it all.
Really? You've done the whole barnyard.
Wow. I just took that in the wrong context.
Yes, you did.
That's how I meant it to be.
Shit happens.
That was a good solid cop talk today. But hey, what's that up in the sky? You know what time it is?
Batman. Superman.
Airplane. It's a bird.
Rick segment.
Well, I'm glad we got that plane back in the budget. You should have seen it last week. I think it was a bird or a dog or I don't know what the fuck it was.
I don't
We
know.
still looked up at it.
It went across the screen going.
Yeah, it was really weird.
It's a real shit show.
Rick, what do you got on your segment today?
Well, earlier today I was playing something stupid.
Okay. What was that?
Rubik's
Oh.
Cube with your penis?
Next to Justin.
Oh, you wish it was that. Anyways,
No, actually, no.
I'm gonna review the game Among Us real quick.
That's good shit.
So if you look on the screen, and if you're not on the screen and you're listening, just bear with us here. So Among Us is a game by Innersloth,
It's a video game, in case you guys are wondering.
which you can get on Steam on your computer or on your phone device.
You can get it many places.
Free on your phone. It's $4.99 on Steam, but you go online, you go to a public game, or you can play with your friends if they got it.
If you have friends that play games.
And basically what it is you sit there and you have a choice between a crewmate and an imposter. They randomize it for you, so that way each person's not the random game. You get to pick different colors for your characters. There's also different hats. Like I like to go with the bird hat, but they got crowns, they got flamingos.
The baby one's expensive. I can't get that one.
Mm-mm.
It is.
The baby one's an expensive one.
But then you can sit there and you can also get different skins, different clothing. Like I'm wearing a suit. You can also get a cop suit. You can get airplanes.
Airplanes. Because I now have my.
So if I wanted to, I could go with a cop look here.
And you said the
I hear Locke helping in the background there.
Oh, he is.
pasta. 2 pastas or 3 pastas or 1?
I like the police costume.
Let me see if I can find a game that
Did I just see someone in there called Vag Fairy?
Did you say Vag Fairy?
Wow.
So right now I'm Poddamn Rick as a cop, and they're gonna tell me who I'm gonna be. I'm a crewmate, so the objectives as a crewmate, you're gonna sit there and do tasks. Meanwhile, the imposters are trying to sabotage the ship and kill you.
So your goal is to not die.
Not die, make sure all the tasks are done, or to find out who the imposters are.
So,
Once people die, you can report the bodies, and then you decide who's going to get ejected by a debate. You guys will text through and say, well, where did you find the body? Who do you think you did it? Somebody vented.
I just saw someone with a hockey mask, like I'm sure that's and a devil horn. Those are the two.
Yeah, those are all just different hats that you can wear for your character.
Definitely the murderer, though. A murderer wears that hat.
Like obviously
You
somebody
should probably alert someone.
the door's locked.
yeah, whoever the imposter is, they just close the doors on us.
Oh wow! It's the guy in the is it a Jason mask?
It is really fast moving. It's jumpy.
Yeah.
So like right now I'm downloading and somebody reported a dead body. So they're gonna sit there, they're gonna discuss who they think it was. Like I'll say where.
The pastors have a knife, a gun, and a dress, and his punch, and he has the monster gun.
So my son is trying to explain
Wow.
that the imposters have different weapons that kill the people that are the crewmates. But the goal is to get either the imposters out or for the imposters to kill everybody out so they're the last one standing.
So the pastors win, or the roommate wins. The pastors
This reminds me of the Jackbox game called Push the
Push
Button.
the button.
Yes, this is one of the reasons why I like this game because I was like, I kind of like it because you do these tasks and then they ask you which
Yeah.
tasks you did. So,
Dad, don't get killed.
so like right now they're voting. Everybody's kind of cussing each other, everybody out. People are like, oh, go with green.
Dad, don't get killed.
The one guy said F you and I'm 8.
Yeah.
It said where? Green. NESUS. Why green? F you and I'm 8.
Penis.
Why is an 8-year-old using that kind of language?
I don't know.
Public schools, man. Public schools.
Called
Locke, are you 8? Wait, that's not his character though, because he's not obviously playing because he's here.
All right, so now we voted off the green guy because
Because he's 8 and he has a potty mouth. Get out of here.
so he gets ejected and he was not the imposter.
Yeah,
So
but his mouth made.
He's an idiot.
So did you just kill an innocent man?
No, he had a potty mouth. He was an 8-year-old swearing at people. There's no respect for elders anymore.
And he said the penis.
And he.
What did he just say?
Oh! They said it.
all right, so the black and the purple was the imposter, so we lost. Somehow they killed off everybody.
You're right.
That was
The
the guy,
Jason
I told
mask.
you, the guy with the mask. I know this game so good.
Well,
Anyway, so I
wow.
like that. What did you grade it?
I'm really liking this game. It's been pretty addictive. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. So if you want to check it out, pick it up on Steam for $4.99, or you can pick it up free with ads on your Android device.
Breathe
So, yeah,
down, what I like.
Check it out, Among Us. And if you're playing, find me. I'm always playing as Poddamn Rick.
If you're playing Among Us.
I might
Catching
have
off with us there, Red.
I might have to get Among Us and play too.
who is the
Yeah,
fungus
he's,
among us?
I think Jay should get it, and then you should
I
get it.
played it once or twice with Amanda and some of her friends. I didn't no idea what I was doing, but I actually didn't die right away.
Well, you have a Discord server, so it's a lot funner when you can actually sit there and play on a private thing.
Yeah, we made a private group but made it public so other people could join us. So it was intense. I had no idea what I was doing, but it was still fun.
Maybe we should consider this for a Friday thing.
Perhaps. All right. Well, that was Rick's segment, and now it is time for
That's the pasta.
Tweets of the week.
It's the tweet of the week. Whoa. What button do I gotta press to get that to happen?
Why
Right.
did Rick just push Guzzlebird's head down towards his penis?
He's helping him solve the Rubik's Cube.
I needed him to shove his hand up my ass so I can talk.
Huh. Interesting.
You can put the headphones on and listen.
Can oh yeah, he can listen. All right. Let's start with some dad jokes. Dad to his son. Do you want to hear a really good Batman impression? Son. Go on then. Dad growls. No, not the kryptonite. Son. That's Superman. Dad. Thanks. I've been practicing a lot.
I was laughing now.
Did you hear about the guy who dipped his testicles in glitter?
What?
Pretty nuts.
Oh my fucking god.
My wife is kicking me out because she's fed up with my South American animal puns. Okay, I said, I'll pack on my bags. Oh man. I saw a man that used different cuts of steak to create portraits of people. It was a rare medium, but well done. I found another great one. All right, guys, you ready for this?
Oh boy.
I tried to sue the airline for misplacing my luggage. I lost my case.
What kind of shoes do ninjas wear?
Ooh, what kind?
What?
Sneakers.
That's awesome. How can a room full of married people be empty? Because there's not a single person there.
That's funny.
My dad died when he couldn't remember his blood type. As he died, he kept insisting, be positive, but it's hard without him.
What do sprinters eat? What do sprinters eat before a race?
Nothing. They fast.
Aw.
Oh, he got you on that one.
I said that one last week.
Oh, did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great
What?
food. No atmosphere.
Nice. My boss said, I find it highly suspicious that you're only sick on weekdays. I said, it must be my weekend immune system. I like this one too. I remember my childhood quite fondly when Dad used to roll us down the hill inside car tires. Those were the good years.
What happens when you go to the bathroom in France?
European. European.
Do you know the last thing my grandfather said to me before he kicked the bucket?
What?
Grandson, watch how far I can kick the bucket.
All right, I got two more. I try to say mucho when I'm around my Hispanic friends. It means a lot to them. It means a lot to them because it's Spanish for a lot. And did you hear how the zombie bodybuilder hurt his back? He was deadlifting.
Wow.
Do you know what they call people who like to tell dad jokes that aren't dads?
Plant
Justin.
daddy.
Faux pas.
I'm a faux pas.
Now he's joining. You did break him.
How does Moses make his coffee?
How?
He brews it.
That's awesome. Actually, want to know something sad but awesome? I found a dad jokes group on Facebook that I joined.
I
Me
love it.
too.
Did you see that one? Did you see the one I joined, or did you do a different one?
I don't know. I did dad jokes everywhere.
Yeah, there's so much good stuff on there. I'm scrolling through and I'm like, this is hilarious. This is the dad joke site. Like,
So question, do you actually share your own dad jokes? Because you sure as hell don't share anything for this podcast.
what? I don't share any dad jokes, but I like it.
I like telling dad jokes. Sometimes he
Dad jokes are
laughs.
cool. But all right, now we gotta get serious, guys. We gotta see what our presidential candidates are tweeting about.
Do we really?
Yes, Joe Biden says wearing a mask is not a political statement. I just want to make sure that you guys know that's what he thinks. And
Student,
just Joe
can I
Biden.
go to the
Joe
bathroom? Teacher, it's May. Student, no, it's January.
Oh yeah, I get it. I'm like, what?
Yeah, to think about it.
I'm like, it's January. What's so funny about that? And then I get because it's May.
I would
go,
rather listen to dad jokes than hear you talk about freaking Biden.
Hey, more than 50 million Americans have already voted. We're making history.
Joe Biden's a dumbass.
Well, you know what? I have to tell you something. You guys know what I'm going to say about Donald Trump, right?
He's huge.
Law and order. Dot, dot, dot. Big Bang
He's
Theory.
orange.
He tweets a lot. So here's what Don had to say. President Donnie. Joe Biden's response to the H1N1 swine flu, far less lethal than COVID-19, was one of the weakest and worst in the history of fighting epidemics and pandemics. It was pathetic. Those involved have said Joe didn't have a clue. Yeah. He also said, Joe Biden was very disrespectful to President Obama at last night's debate when he said that he, Joe, was vice president, not president, when trying to make excuses for their failed immigration policies. I wonder what O was thinking when he heard that one.
Real quick, sorry to interrupt. Do you see any of his stupid ads on TV? The Biden political ads?
Maybe. I try not to watch them.
I don't watch them.
There's one that said he led us through, or they said Biden led us through the economic God dang it, the collapse in 2008. He's like, oh, he led us through that, huh? I wonder how Obama feels about that one.
Oh, poor Obama, huh? But it is kind of funny. I'm excited to see what Saturday Night Live does. I guarantee you the Abraham Lincoln thing gets in there when Biden called Trump Lincoln.
He called him Abe Lincoln.
Yep. Biden said he's going to transition out of fracking by 2025. I hope Texas, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Oklahoma, North Dakota, and all the rest were listening last night. High energy prices, massive jobs losses. Vote Trump. That's true.
I already
Although,
voted.
on a positive note, if like oil goes up really high and we're holding oil stocks, maybe we'll make some money off of it.
Maybe my tanker business can go back to $2 million a share.
I know. We'll be paying like $7 a gallon for fuel, but at least we'll be rich.
Yeah.
The rest of the country is screwed. All right. And then let's do Arnold. Kind of like Texas mentioned, Arnold actually had some heart surgery today. And he's actually already out walking around. Man, if you were lucky enough to be in Cleveland, you could have saw Arnold Schwarzenegger, even though he probably
What
wouldn't
the
even.
hell was he
like, you
doing in
wouldn't think he'd
Cleveland
be there.
anyways?
Cleveland Clinic.
Cleveland rocks.
Cleveland Clinic. Cleveland Clinic supposedly one of like the top clinics in the world.
Especially for heart surgery.
Yeah, it's like the only thing that the state of Ohio is good for is Cedar Point and the Cleveland Clinic.
And for
But-
lighting the rivers on fire.
So here's what Arnold said. Thanks to the team at the Cleveland Clinic, I have a new aortic valve to go along with my new pulmonary valve from my last surgery. I feel fantastic.
He got
And
it.
I've already been walking the streets of Cleveland, enjoying your amazing statues. Thank you to every doc and nurse on my team.
He got a new what valve?
Aorta. That's a big valve.
I said,
He said erotic valve.
I gotta
You got a penis? What?
I got the erotic valve so I can get hard and terminate.
down and get on this rod.
Yeah, that's why I started. I knew I instantly pronounced it wrong.
Erotic.
Aortic.
Erotic. I got a new erotic rod or erotic valve.
A new erotic rod.
Yeah, erotic rod.
That's crazy though when you think of like how these days they can do surgeries and you can be up and out so quick. But all right, but that is my tweets of the week.
Please don't sing the song, guys. Please.
I'm just
Jurassic
gonna talk.
Park is frightening.
All the dinosaurs are running wild.
Someone let T-Rex out of a pen.
I'm afraid those things will harm me.
They sure don't act like Barney.
And they think that I'm their dinner.
Not their friend.
Oh no.
And with that being said, my first Jurassic Park tweet, fuck Barney. Literally says fuck Barney.
Oh, it really does actually.
I know what I'm talking about. I knew you guys were going to do this song. I picked that tweet specifically for you.
Oh yeah. I wonder how he knew we'd do that song, Captain B.
Because you
No
do it
idea.
every
week for like
damn
the last 7
week.
episodes. All right. My next one. Wanted to be nice, so we ordered some Dunkin' Donuts for all our dinosaurs this morning. But they just ended up eating the delivery guy. Didn't even touch the donuts. But we tried.
They
Donut
see-
abuse.
We're luring you in, B. Ah.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Aww.
I don't really know what this these dinosaurs are doing, but apparently we keep having to reprimand one of the dinosaurs for waving their penis at guests.
They're trying to do a Rubik's Cube.
Maybe.
I just took a drink of Coke.
Say that again.
We got the penis.
It's over. Good night, everybody. We've ended the show. All right. Let me finish these because I have some really good ones.
Okay.
Had a new staff open the gates this morning, and he thought it was normal that all the dinosaurs were there at the gates to greet him, and that they must do that every morning with the staff like a team huddle, and know that they just escaped their enclosures last night.
Oh no.
Okay. And my last one, Locke, take your headphones off. This is inappropriate. Plug your ears.
Say he's in the room.
What?
As opposed to all the other shit you say in front of him?
Just wait. My boyfriend ejaculated a kidney stone into my vagina. I'm keeping it. Little pussy pearl.
He peed into the vagina.
No, ejaculated.
But it comes out
A
when you
kidney stone. That
pee.
sounds so painful.
It's a pearl.
Wow. Well, I would say we're going to move on to a more appropriate part of the show, but I would be lying to you.
We're not.
It's that time of the night.
Rick, are you going to do what we talked about?
It's the Urban Dictionary definition of the week. Take it away, Texas.
Man, I completely forgot about this segment. I thought we were already doing words of wisdom. I was pulling my stuff up on my phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Could have gotten away with skipping this?
No,
You could have, because I completely forgot.
no, because I would have had one up already.
You would have thrown a fit.
Jay Hizzle. Oh, which one do I want to give you? Can you tell me what a Mississippi bird bath is?
Mississippi bird bath. It must be something that people do in Mississippi. Oh, it makes sense because it has to do with the Mississippi River and people getting naked. Definitely. Yeah, I think maybe probably not us from the Poddamn Idiotz podcast, but what happens is in Mississippi, they have these
Relatives get together and get
Mississippi-
naked.
You just told me what it was. You didn't even let me finish.
No, I was just saying in Mississippi they get into some backwoods incest stuff. That's all.
He was talking about the brother, cousin, sister, mommies.
Well, this is not necessary. I mean, I guess it could be a family gathering, but I was just thinking it's when a bunch of it could just be friends. I wasn't even thinking like grandma and grandpa, but you took it to a new level, Texas. But anyway, what they do in Mississippi is it's so hot and they have the river right there, so and that's where they take baths because they're trying to save water in their house for some reason. So everyone gets, they strip down to nothing, their birthday suits. If it's daytime, they will put a lot of sunscreen on so they don't get burnt. But otherwise, if it's at night, they just go in and everyone just kind of runs and they're like, we're streaking. And then they go into the Mississippi River, which is probably actually kind of dirty, but they don't understand. They have like shampoo and stuff, and then they wash each other up, and that's like the Mississippi bird bath.
I hear laughter. It's great.
And what's the definition?
Mississippi bird bath. Filling a southern girl's mouth with Kool-Aid, making her get on her knees, and with her mouth open, you dip your balls in it.
Why would anyone want to do that? It sounds...
Oh,
that Kool-Aid is a little sticky, right?
who comes up with these things?
Just wait until you hear the one that.
Oh, wait, our generation.
Yeah, really. Well, maybe there are some crazy young kids too, but all right.
Damn Gen Zers.
Is there another one?
There is.
Are we good? Oh, crap. Well, we gotta let Captain B have a chance at this. Oops.
It's the bonus Urban Dictionary definition of the week. Take it away, Texas.
Can anybody tell me what the Canadian pipeline means? Or is? The Canadian pipeline.
Canadian.
Well, Canadians invented hockey.
Probably with their
It did.
dick.
So it has to do something about maybe there's a bunch of guys that get out on the ice, they're playing hockey, and you kind of know like the human centipede. They use their penises and form a pipeline.
Wow.
I was just thinking similar to that a little bit.
Wait, Jay Hizzle, you gotta go last.
Oh, okay. Mine's not anything great, but
Wait, do you have something?
Locke has something? Locke.
What is it?
God.
Oh
I
no.
got something.
What?
Why is something good Pokemon use a foot head in football?
Oh, Pokemon and football?
Because everything is like Damn It Podcast.
Nice. The Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. Woo. Thank you for that. I was worried you're going to actually have a definition, which was going to be concerning.
I was concerned, but that's why I was going to let him just do it anyways. It's fine. I can always edit that out later.
Ric Spade, what do you got?
Well, obviously, you got to be in Canada, eh? So, I think it's when two hosers they decide that they're going to go anally, and I'm pretty sure there's some poop involved with diarrhea. So, a couple hosers, double penetration, anal diarrhea.
Jay Hizzle.
Something? Sorry, Locke was telling me
Telling
something.
you what it is.
I hope he doesn't know what it is. But I'm more on the going with what Captain B said. I'm pretty sure it's really like it's more like smack talk than anything. It's not really anything that dirty. Like, because in Canada, and they're playing hockey, they get mad at each other, and normally they might be like, "I'm gonna stick this stick right up your ass," but instead they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna lay some pipe on you, eh?" Well, they're playing hockey, because that's what it's slang for.
Do you know what laying pipe on you actually means?
They're gonna shove a stick up your ass.
Not
And-
quite, but that's okay.
No. But what's the definition of was any of us right?
Canadian pipeline, not to be confused with the Alaskan pipeline, is when two people each insert the end of a straw or a tube into their butt. Then one of them farts, causing the air to travel into the other's ass.
What?
But that sounds weird and wrong in many ways.
Who has done this?
Probably not Canadians.
And why?
Couple hosers, eh?
I don't
The
know.
majority of this shit is wrong.
Canadians get pretty bored up there, I'm sure.
Yeah, but they just don't seem like they're as crazy as
So
Americans.
like, hey, who wants me to fart in their butt through a straw?
There's no hockey to watch right now, eh? Let's fart in our butts with a straw, eh? But all right. Who has closing words of wisdom that they want to start with?
I'll go first.
Canada, apparently.
I don't know. Texas has been ready for these closing words of wisdom for quite a while now.
I completely was going to skip over Urban Dictionary. I'm tired. I wasn't even thinking. All right.
That was not going to happen.
7 rules of life. Number 1, let it go. Never ruin a good day by thinking about a bad yesterday. Number 2, ignore them. Don't listen to other people. Live a life that's empowering to you. Number 3, give it time. Time heals everything. Number 4, don't compare. The only person you should try to beat is the person you were yesterday. Number 5, stay calm. It's okay to have everything figured out. Know that in time you'll get there. Oh, not everything figured. I can't read. Number 6, it's on you. Only your happiness. And number 7, smile. Life is short. Enjoy it while you have it. And then I have one more. Let me get to it. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill.
For a minute, I thought you were going to say, stay calm, chive on.
We gotta keep our composure. We can't have anybody freaking out there.
Locke has words of wisdom he would like to say. Locke, what's your words of wisdom?
I got Dad have a shiny onyx and a Yama and God knows pass. And he has my Pokemon false and he was not give me false some stuff. Cause I was and I got a penis one because then Poddamn Idiotz Podcast and everyone was calling me a turd. It did Bob goes a bird and someone it's funny case.
Someone cut Trump's mic off.
Because everyone did it, and I catch a
That sounds more like Biden.
a
Actually.
drowsy. I catch a drowsy, and I got Yama.
All right.
And I got
That's some good Pokemon words of advice, and I think there's some other things too. Thank you very much, Locke. Thank you. All right. Rick, can you follow up? I don't know.
I'm gonna sure as hell try.
Good luck.
Or what your friends are going on, or what's going on with your friends around you. Some of them might be dealing with struggles. Some of them might be dealing with issues that they don't talk about. Also, you never know what might be in your friend's closet when you come over to podcast. You might.
Justin, what's in your closet?
No.
I knew you liked those blow up dolls, Jay.
Why do I let people come to my place when I'm not here?
Oh, Josh, you're gonna go full bit.
No, really. Does anyone?
Next time he
I
comes
got your
up,
address
you
somewhere.
plant it.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to your parents from you.
That's okay.
Just kidding. I won't do
That's
that to your
okay.
parents.
No.
They're too nice.
They'll see this before this comes out. They'll know.
Crap, you're right. I just gave it away. I'm sending.
That's 2 times. That's 2
I'm gonna
times
tell the
in a
dog
row
can-
now I've stayed at your house and left you a doll.
I'm gonna tell the doll can't stay here, but doesn't have to go home. But maybe I don't think the new tenants would want that either. No one wants that.
Hey, just be happy that your tenants didn't do laundry because it was originally going to be in your washer. And it was going to pop out like a jack in the box.
You realized I probably would not have found that for a long time until like someone came over and spent the night, and then I have to put something in the closet, and then the doll comes out.
That would have been great if your dad had to stay over
What?
again.
Oh my gosh!
John comes out. Justin, found your girlfriend.
Like, what if somehow, like, for many months it was in there, and somehow I actually had like a girl over, and she was gonna stay in that room for whatever reason. She opens the closet, and that doll comes out.
Why wouldn't she stay in
That
that
was
room?
my one shot at love, and it got
That
ruined by
would
the
have been
doll.
hilarious.
My one shot could have been ruined. Tell ya. For those of you listening that have no idea what's happening, apparently Rick in Texas, when Texas was staying here, actually bought a blow-up doll and blew it up, and it's in one of my closets.
Actually, Rick was not involved in that. That was all Texas, but
Oh, okay. Rick, then I guess it's not your fault whatsoever.
I was exonerating him. He knew about it though.
We just knew about it.
He had a picture with it.
I
took it
literally
today when he
took
went
that
to the
when I was up
bathroom.
front. If you look, I'm wearing the same
Oh.
pants.
It's today.
When I told you I had to go to the bathroom,
Did you know something was in the closet before this? Or did you just go check and
He
find
saw me
it?
put it in there.
Oh, okay.
It was originally going to be in your washer, and then we were like, maybe we should put it in the closet.
No wonder you
Because then
asked.
you'll never find
I thought
it.
it was- I
They just put a
thought it was
bunch of
little
boobs
weird
in
you
your
asked about the
dryer instead.
closets. I thought it was a little weird you asked about the closets, but as soon as you said something today, I knew instantly.
Your reaction when they mentioned the closet was great.
You know?
Why?
Captain B knew about the closet too?
Yeah.
I texted him.
Everyone knows about my closet.
You were cleaning out your closet.
I know. I'm sorry, Mama. I didn't
I
mean
said I
to
didn't
blow
blow
it
it
up.
up.
You.
Hopefully
I
he
I
didn't
was
never
blow
meant to
it
make
up.
you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet.
All right, Rick, was that your words of wisdom?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Captain B, what do you got?
I go back to my hero.
George Jefferson.
Abraham Lincoln. He's pretty much as good as me, maybe slightly better, some might say, but others say Trump's the same.
All right. America will never be destroyed from the outside. If we falter and lose our freedoms, it will be because we destroyed ourselves.
Democrats.
Vote for Biden and that will happen. Nearly all men can stand adversity. If you want to test a man's character, give him power. Get millions of dollars from Ukraine
And China.
and China. Oh, those who deny freedoms to others deserve it not for themselves. Abraham Lincoln. So if Biden calls Trump Abraham Lincoln, it's one hell of a compliment.
Really, I guess it is. You know, I've said a lot of cool things too, basically the same as Abraham Lincoln. All right. If you have the power to make someone happy, do it. The world needs more of that. That is like very, 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 very true today, especially. So if you have the power to do something that makes someone happy, definitely do it.
I did. I made myself very happy by hiding something in your closet.
No matter what you do, someone will always talk about you. Someone will always question your judgment. Someone will always doubt you. So just smile and make the choices you can live with. I like that. It's pretty simple, but it makes a lot of sense. It's not about, don't worry about what everyone else thinks. What about, do what's good for you. And I really, really like this one too. Never regret being a good person to the wrong people. Your behavior says everything about you, and their behavior says enough about them. I like that one. You know, there's not be nice to everyone, even if you're nice to people that maybe you look back and say they took advantage of me or I shouldn't have been. Maybe I shouldn't be as nice. No. Keep being nice to people. I think, yeah, I like that a bit. All right, and with that, We here at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast would like to thank you for joining us. Woohoo! Please like and follow our Facebook page at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. You can reach us on the Twitter at Poddamn Ric Spade, at Poddamn Texas, or Poddamn Idiotz P1, and by email at poddamnidiotspodcast@outlook.com. Also, I don't know if you guys knew this, but we're on YouTube. So please like our YouTube at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Wait,
and
we are?
hit that subscribe button. I know. And also please like and subscribe and leave a 5-star review, which we actually have somewhere, kind of crazy, on your preferred podcast app, such as Apple, Google, Stitcher, Podbean, and now Amazon Music. And please, 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 tell your friends, tell your family and your loved ones, and that creepy next door neighbor, that hot nurse that's taking your temperature while you try not to get an erection because that would be embarrassing. Your wife's boyfriend, the hot cashier at the candy shop, your bus driver, maybe your Uber driver, your taxi cab driver. Maybe your taxi cab and your bus driver is the same person. Rick. Your boyfriend's side piece.
The record, if I had an erection, I'd be able to solve this damn Rubik's Cube by now.
The mechanic fixing your car. The hooker around the street corner. Your drug dealer. And tell anyone else that you come across to check out the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. See ya.
Bye.
Wow.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
There we go.
I'm Jay Hizzle from the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
And I'm Ric Spade.
And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button to my right.
And maybe you want to see an older episode. See what we've been doing. I'm not sure why you'd start here, but maybe you haven't. Check out the video on the left. Check it out. Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Thank you.